The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that's not going to be returned as so... Teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. He's got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Look at this Baltimore defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
In motion left comes Williams.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Finding room at midfield.
And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The Ravens at 9-2 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
13.
Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2 minutes.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jamison Williams, a 24-yard touchdown, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Rolling to his right. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
63.
They go play action with Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
73. Hey, 73.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
180. No, we changed it. Report.
Throwing is Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Jackson will throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better.
He's got a man, complete. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown.
Jamison Williams with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
They're going to try and throw. Flushed out right.
Hurts fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
That's going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had him for a second, but the razzle-dazzle will not work out. It's 2nd down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Jackson.
On the move right.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Play action. Now Jackson being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, Ozzie.
Jackson now.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, 73, out.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Hey, Alpha, say hi. Cut.
Here's Jackson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They go play action with Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now a 2nd and 6.
Great. Set. Go.
They'll set up a throw. And he fends him off, eluding the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
63, bang.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Powering his way forward. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
73! 73!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Flush to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll buy some time right.
Oh, that held up there a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs.
A nice little finds through, and now a crease. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
73.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. We're kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. On the toss, here's Robinson. Fighting him off. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Robinson with another carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Here's a diving catch right side. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Silver, ready? No touch that. No touch.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Hurts completing this one quickly.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
A try here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
49, Eagles 17.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air.
And it'll be intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And certainly starting to appear that they might finally be about to suffer that first loss of the season. What a heck of a run through 3 months, though, but they trail big here.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Now Jackson off the play fake, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. After the interception, here's Jackson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
63.
Back to throw here.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
73. 73.
They go play action with Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Rolling to his right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game.
The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. We go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw for both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Baltimore, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, there will be